up, guys? Infinite here again for another tutorial. I just finished up a new one today that if you're watching this, it's probably already uploaded right now on my SoundCloud, called Don't Stop, and it's free download, so if you haven't checked that out, check it out on my SoundCloud. But yeah, I'm gonna do another tutorial. It's like 2 in the morning, probably going to do a bunch of them, and then put them up this week for you guys. Patch will be in the description as always. Yeah, so it's going to be another Growl type based tutorial. I used it in my track Cascade. We're going to make this sound. It's just the first sound you're going to hear at the drop. It sounds like this. So it's just kind of like a vocally growl type thing. This is the patch. It's pretty cool sound. I like it. Yeah, let's get into it. I'll show you guys how I made this, and hopefully this helps you guys out a bit. Set up our oscillators first. Grab DigiGrain 2 for oscillator 1 and just leave that at where it is for the pitch. 0 is good. I'm going to set it to a bend minus type, and then for your wavetable position, bring it so it's just above 12 o'clock. Leave the intensity in the amp. Oscillator 2, grab modern talking, set that to bend plus. Wavetable position and intensity can stay where they are. Drag the amp down just a bit to about there, and then oscillator 3, I'm going to grab a mellow fant wavetable and pitch that down 1 octave, and wavetable position intensity all the way up, and just drag your amp down to about there. It just kind of sounds like a grainy type thing right now. We'll set up our filter, drag this up to series, and we'll grab a double notch filter for this guy. Put the cutoff at about there, so it's just pointing at the O and cutoff. Resonance, bring it down a bit so it's pretty much pointing at the E in resonance, and then NA we're just gonna not do anything with because it doesn't do anything. We'll grab our LFO. It'll sound like this right now. Might not be able to hear that, it's pretty quiet. But yeah, we'll grab our LFO. We'll leave it on an LFO for this one, and sync the rate to 1/2, and then just drag the X fade curve all the way up. Meaning, yeah, if you don't know what this means, this is kind of like blends your two waveforms right here. So if you want a straight sine wave, you just bring it to the top and grab this. If you want to like mix it with a bit of your top wave and your bottom wave, this kind of determines how much of a mix you're going to get between them. But for this sound, I just drag it all the way up because I just want to use the straight triangle wave for the stuff that I want to modulate with the LFO. So drag that and put it on the wavetable position for oscillator 1 and drag it down all the way to the left. So it's starting to get a little bit of movement going on there. And then we'll drag it to a double notch filter for the cutoff and drag that to about there. And that's like the biggest part right there is the that's where you're gonna get like your vocally type things from, is right there. So it sounds like that, which is essentially like the meat of the sound. Now from there we're just gonna beef it up and get it sounding full. And all that good stuff. So we'll go to our routing, and I'll grab insert effect 1, and I'm going to click it right here after oscillator 1, which should make now your insert effect 1, where it's originally comes after filter 1, means like it'll affect the sound after it's gone through your oscillators and through the filter, then it'll come in. By doing this, your insert effect 1 is going to affect like directly after oscillator 1, so this digigrain 2 is going to be getting affected by this insert effect that we choose before it goes through the filter, if that makes sense. It's just kind of like you can kind of figure it out by looking at the diagram. You're like, okay, if I activate insert 1 here prior to filter 1, then that means the sound is going to be already affected by that going into the filter. But yeah, that may not make sense to you, sorry if it doesn't. So yeah, insert 1 will grab a sine shaper. This is a nice little distortion thing, and put the dry wet right there and the drive to about there. And then insert effect 2, we're going to click on the routing and put it after filter 1. And we're going to basically grab the exact same thing, sine shaper, and just set it up kind of like that. So it's just a little bit to the sound, it's just adding. It's not a lot, but it's there. Then we'll go to our voicing tab, and for this one I chose to put the unison to 8, and like every tutorial, doing the exact same thing that I do with my sounds. I just turn on the pitch cutoff and drag this to the right, basically as little as you possibly can, and then I'll hit the pan position, and now it's starting to sound a lot wider, and yeah, it's good. For our effect slots, grab a Bronner tube for the first one and drag the dry wet down to about there, and the drive just about there, pretty much the same as the dry wet. Dimension expander, just to widen it up a bit. Leave the dry wet, bring the size all the way down. And then from there we can just do some EQing, and not a ton, boost the low shelf a bit, put the frequency up to about there, and leave the high shelf. And what I did with these is I modulated those EQs with the same LFO that we had before, and drag it to about there and there, and there you got more low end going on, and just the highs are going to move a bit, get some movement up in the high shelf. So that's the basic thing of the sound. To get it even more kind of vocally, or just more movement, take the LFO and assign it to the pitch on all your oscillators right there. Sorry, just drag that, and then put it up 6 on each, and that's pretty much it. You want, you can mess around with whatever type of thing. Like you can just mute this. And yeah, that's how you make that growl. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys dig this. Again, please hook me some feedback on either the comments on YouTube here. I read all of those. I read every tweet, every post on Facebook, so hit me up on there and let me know if this is good, and let me know what you guys want for future. Like, if you want to listen through all my tunes, if there's one specific sound that you really want to learn or something, I'll do my best to eventually get a tutorial up for it. And yeah, that's basically it. Enjoy the rest of your guys' weekend. Hope you dig the new tune. And yeah, take it easy. Thanks, guys.